Hey guys, welcome back to BDD with Cucumber in-depth training from scratch. In today's session, I will cover what is BDD, what is Cucumber, right? What are the features file, step definition, then what is the runner class, how you can add a scenario or multiple scenario, what is background, what is scenario outline and examples, what is the tag, and what are hooks, what are the tagged hooks, how you can generate different report using HTML, JSON, XML, and extend report as well. So it will be complete end-to-end journey for BDD with Cucumber, where you can get to know and you will able to create a project from scratch using BDD Cucumber by your own after covering these sessions. So what is BDD? So in previous like training sessions video, you already learned about different framework, like starting with like modular driven framework, data driven framework, keyword driven framework, and hybrid framework. So BDD is also one type of automation testing framework. Okay, primarily work with here we will be working with Selenium and BDD. So BDD is nothing but the behavior driven development. So in behavior driven development or BDD, user write test first and then add application code. BDD gives user an opportunity to create test script from both the developers and customer perspective as well. So what you learned in the other framework like hybrid, keyword driven or data driven framework, where only mostly automation tests are used to work and they should require good knowledge in the programming, the framework and the relevant tool, and then only they can work on that. But here not only the automation tester, other stakeholder, right, whoever supporting that your project, it may be developer, maybe the business analyst, product owner, scrum master, your management, all everybody can support in developing your BDD test script, automation test script. So in the beginning, developer, project manager, QA, user acceptance tester, product owners, scrum master all get together and brainstorm about which scenarios should be passed in order to call the software application successful. This way, they come up with a set of test scenario. All the test scripts are in simple English language, so it serves the purpose of documentation as well. So whatever way you should write the test cases, but nowadays whatever way write the acceptance criteria of the any requirement is also designed. So similar way BDD also will be work. So it will be easier for everyone to understand the syntax, right, to give their input, especially for the scenario finalization. After scenario is finalized by all the stakeholder, after that you will try to add the step for all those scenario and will try to execute and will proceed accordingly. So that is the main benefit of the behavior driven development framework or BDD. The features of BDD. First we will describe the behavior. Once the behavior description completed, then we will define the steps. After that we will try to run them, and definitely initially without step definition we will fail them. So what we will do as part of the fourth step, we will write the code to make the step pass, and after that we will run successful run and will mostly it will pass in case there is no defect associated. So here in BDD we are shifting the we are shifting from thinking in test to thinking in behavior. In BDD there is a collaboration between all the business stakeholder, business analyst, QA team and developer. BDD driven by business value. It extends test driven development or TDD by utilizing natural language that non-technical stakeholder can easily understand. So it will be written in very straightforward simple language, so everybody can understand without any issue and everybody can review it, everybody can give their opinion, suggestion. After that, right, we will be prioritize the scenario, we will finalize the scenario, then we will be proceeding our automation test development journey here using BDD. So BDD frameworks such as Cucumber or JBehave are the enabler, acting bridge between business and technical language. So you already seen, right, there are couple of inbuilt framework like JUnit, TestNG. Similarly, Cucumber is a framework, or JBF is a framework which support BDD, which is inbuilt framework. We will be using lot of important stuff from the Cucumber. So just like JUnit or TestNG, Cucumber also inbuilt framework which is having lot of features. So we will be using while developing the framework from scratch using BDD or behavior driven development. The scenario are written based on the expected behavior of the software, and it is tested to check if it matches said scenario. This scenario are documented using a domain specific language such as Jarkin. So in BDD, the language which will be used is called Jarkin language. In each test scenario, a natural language construct constituting small English-like phrases are used to describe the behavior and expected outcome of an application. This is done using a dedicated software tool like Cucumber that allows the execution of automated acceptance tests written in Jarkin. Then what is Cucumber? As of now, we already learned about BDD, and Cucumber also we learned that it is a tool which is already kind of inbuilt framework. I could say just like JUnit or just like TestNG. So Cucumber is a tool based on the behavior driven development framework which is used to write acceptance tests for the web application primarily. It allows automation of functional validation in easily readable and understandable format like plain English to business analyst, developer, tester, other stakeholder, scrum master, etc. Cucumber features file can serve as a good documents as well. There are many other tools like JBF which also can support BDD framework. Initially, Cucumber was implemented in Ruby and then extended to Java framework. Both the tools supports native JUnit. So here, instead of TestNG, we will be using JUnit along with Cucumber BDD, and we will be developing our script, we will be running our script, we will generate the beautiful result using BDD and Cucumber and JUnit. Cucumber reads the code written in plain English text, which is nothing but the Jarkin language in the features file. It finds the exact match of each step in the step definition where the code will be written. We will be writing the code. The piece of code to be executed can be different software framework like Selenium, Ruby on Rails, etc. Not every BDD framework tool supports every tool. This can become the reasons for Cucumber popularity over other framework like JBF, ZDEP, EasyB, etc. Cucumber supports over a dozen of different software platforms like Ruby on Rails, Selenium, Pico Container, Spring Framework, and Waitier. What are the primary advantage of Cucumber over other tools? So Cucumber support different programming language like Groovy, Java.NET. It acts as a bridge between the business and the technical language. We can accomplish this by creating a test case in plain English text. It allows the test script to be written without knowledge of any code. It allows the involvement of non-programmer as well. So primarily in our IT industry, there are so many stakeholders like business analyst, right? The product owner, scrum master, right? Sometimes management, they do not know that programming language, framework, all this stuff. Still, from the features or the scenario, they can easily understand. So without knowing the programming language, without knowing the right proper framework, still they can contribute a lot to finalizing your features or scenario. It serves the purpose of end-to-end test framework unlike other tools. Due to simple test script architecture, Cucumber provides code reusability as well. So we'll be also writing the code one time and we can use them n number of time using different other attribute or parameter using Cucumber. So what are the preconditions required for Cucumber? So in Selenium also, what are the preconditions required? We first require Java, right? Any version beyond 1.11. After Java is installed from the Oracle official site, we need to set the right Java home variable and path variables. After that, we would require to install any ID. It can be IntelliJ, Eclipse, or Visual Studio, VS Code, anything. So here we are using Eclipse. So Java and Eclipse, these are the two preconditions required. So first download install Java on user machine, download install Eclipse and open it. After that, we need to download Cucumber Eclipse plugin. Okay, so if you open your Eclipse, so what you can do, you can open your Eclipse here. Okay, what you can do, you can go to help and install new software. Okay, and then you can copy that particular URL. already given here, and press enter. So help new it is a one time activity in the Eclipse. You no need to associate it every project. It is a one time activity in Eclipse, so that you can create n number of project and it will work, right? Install new software, and here give simply URL and press enter. You could see here Cucumber plugin is coming. You can click next, right? After that you can click on finish, so automatically it will be added to your Eclipse, and after that you can use it. So it's already added for my project, so I am not doing it anymore. So it's only one time activity you need to do for your project. After that, once it is done, you need to install you need to restart your Eclipse, not your system. You need to restart your Eclipse. Okay, so you need to give and press enter. You will be seeing checkbox called Cucumber Eclipse plugin. You need to select the checkbox Cucumber Eclipse plugin. Next, after that again click next and accept the license term. Click on finish, then install anyway and restart now. So that is the stuff you need to do it. Okay, it might take like 1 to 2 minute time, so because it is like loading lot of different, right, utilities, where you will be having lot of different packages, interfaces, class and method. So it will take little bit of time, so you can do it. Okay, it is only one time activity. I can close it. It's already added. After that, once restart is done, so what you need to do, will be creating a Maven project here, similar way whatever you learned so far. So we can create a Maven project. So it is taking some time to closing it as well. So once our Maven project is created, we need to add couple of dependency. Okay, so definitely we need to use that. You could see here it is coming. So after that you can click on finish, and after that you need to restart it once it is installed. So we'll be creating a Maven project. So file, new, and Maven project. So here you can give the, right, you can select that checkbox, create a simple project, skip archetype selection. We are not showing any more details. So group ID is nothing but your organization specifier or your project specifier, your customer specifier you can give. So here I can give Haradhan automation library, which is my YouTube channel name, and artifact is nothing but your project name, whatever you are giving. I can give BDD Cucumber tutorial, and I can click on finish. So my BDD Cucumber tutorial project will be created, and by default it will be 4 folder structure: SRC main Java, SRC main resources, SRC test Java, SRC test resources. But primarily we will be working with the SRC test Java folder, and you could able to see your form.xml file, which is nothing but the project object model.xml file. So do not confuse with the POM, other POM, which is the design pattern page object model. So here before the project we need to add the dependencies tag, and after that we need to add all those dependency. So you can go to the official Maven site. This is the official Maven site, and here you can add all our dependency one by one. So what are the dependency required? We will require Cucumber Java, Cucumber Core, Cucumber JUnit, Cucumber Pico Container, Cucumber Jarkin, and definitely you will require JUnit dependency, because here we will be mostly using JUnit instead of TestNG, and you would require the Selenium dependency. So these are the 7 dependencies required. So here you can do, you can type here like Cucumber Java and press enter. You could see it should be always .io.cucumber packages, not info.cuc packages. So similarly all the 5 dependencies you can simply type it here, and you can go to the site and you can right click any of the version. So all the versions should be similar. Suppose say I can and go any stable version, maybe 70.20.1. I can click on that, and after that I can go here, right, Maven, and I can copy it. So similarly other dependencies required. Is my screen visible, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So what we can do, these are the 5 dependencies required: Cucumber Java, Cucumber Core, you can type in the Maven repository folder, right, path, Cucumber JUnit, Cucumber Pico container, Cucumber Jarkins. So mostly versions should be similar, and you need to add also Selenium latest dependency, and you also need to add JUnit dependency. So all the dependency already here available. So I am just copying them, like Cucumber Java, JUnit, Cucumber Core, similar version, right? Selenium Java, which is 4.3.31.0, Cucumber Jarkins, Cucumber JUnit, and Cucumber Pico container. These other two dependencies I will show you later, which is only required for the reporting purposes. Last two dependency, grasshopper dependency, and then extend report and the extend report Cucumber adapter. So what I will do, I will be adding those dependency here, and I will save it simply. So it will try to add all your dependency or relevant jar file to your project. It might take some time to load them into the project. So let's wait for a couple of seconds. So if you go to the Maven dependencies part, you could able to see all the mostly dependency got added here. And if you open any of the thing, you will be able to see different packages, right? And in the packages, like there will be different kind of methods or different kind of class or interface, and in those interface and class, you will be having a lot of all important methods which will be calling it. So now what we will be doing, we already come here, right? We already created the Maven project, Java setup done, Eclipse is done. We have already added that 5 dependency: Cucumber Java, Cucumber Core, Cucumber JUnit, Cucumber Pico container, Cucumber Jarkins. And apart from that, also added 2 dependency, JUnit dependency and Selenium dependency as well with Selenium 4. Now what we will do, we will try to create the folder structure first. Okay, so we will go to the src test Java folder. We will be creating package, new package. So first we will be creating a package called features, because here are 3 important things: features, relevant step which is called step definition, and we will be running the thing from particular thing which is called runners. So I will be adding it called features first, package. Then I will be adding one more package called steps. Then I will be adding one more package called runners. Okay, so this is the 3 package required at the starting phase. So once it is done, we can close that pom.xml file. So what will be then will be our Cucumber framework, how it will work. First, we will be having our business requirement in the form of user story, SRS, BRD, SRD, anything, right? After that, from this requirement, we need to understand what are the scenario will be automating, what are the test case will be automating, and we need to create our features file. Okay, so what is features file? Features file is a standalone unit or single functionality, such as login for a project can be called as a feature. Each of these features will have scenarios that must be tested using Selenium integrated with the Cucumber. A file that stores data about features, their description, and the scenario to be tested is called features file. Cucumber tests are written in this features file that are stored with an extension called .feature. FEATURE extension should be always same. A features file can be given a description to make the documentation more legible. Like suppose if you want to log into a particular website, so features file name you can give it user login.features. Description you can give it that the user should be able to log in upon entering the correct username and password in the correct field. The user should be directed to the home page with username and password to be entered. Description you can give it. After that you can use given, when, then, and, or. These are the important keywords available in Cucumber. So given is nothing but the precondition. Right, in the test case you manually written, you already seen some preconditions should be there. And when is nothing but the steps you are actually executing. Right, and then is nothing but the outcome. So suppose in case you want to check the login functionality with entering username, password and login button correctly click. So what is your precondition? Your precondition is that all the setup should be done, your browser should be open and your page should be loaded. That might be your precondition. It should be coming to the given. In case multiple step you are adding, you can use given and operation. And the keyword, all are keyword from Cucumber. Then when you can mention that enter username, this password, this and click on the login and sign in button. This is your when means you are performing the actual actions or operation. And what is the outcome? Which is nothing but then means that user login should be successful and user navigated to the home page. So that is called then. So that is the way I can write the features. So let's create a features. Right click here in the package, new, and you can click and file. So I want to paste something in the Google page. Google dot extension should be always features. What name you are giving, that is not important, but extension should be always dot featured, otherwise it will not work. Click on finish. Okay, now it is having some problem, so it is not showing all the Cucumber stuff. What you can do, right click here, open with editor. Okay, so it will be giving you all the stuff you could see automatically coming, right? So here you could able to see all the details which is coming from the Cucumber by default. You can give the author name. Here in the features file, if you give hash sign, that is commented out, right? You can add n number of things so that you are just giving some information, but that will not be executed. So that will be commented. You can give the author, you can give some summary, keyword summary. What is features? Feature is the objective, whatever you want to perform through this features file. And scenario is nothing but the scenario or the test case you want to perform. Given is nothing but the precondition. When is nothing but the actions. Then is nothing but the outcome. And but you can use to enumerate given, more given, when and then. Right step. Scenario example, scenario outline. In case you want to perform data-driven testings, like same test case again and again and again, so you can use scenario outline. So it will be data-driven testing. Instead of like writing the same step again and again and again, you can write scenario outline where you can use examples. Then background, in case some of the steps are common for all scenario, you can add those steps in the background so that you don't need to write the simple step again and again. Okay, data table and example you can use using pipeline symbols. You can use tags, you can use comment, which is nothing but the all this stuff. So here simple example is given, right? We can use some tags at the features level, at scenario level we can use, and scenario in the given, when, then, and but we can use, and scenario outline also you can use, where you can have, you could see whatever you are varying, right? This is coming as a header first things, name, value, status, and then we are varying with the test data, and we need to use examples. So let's remove this part. Let's remove this tag part as well. Okay, I'll be using the same features. So in the Google page, like I can give, suppose say I want to test something, that Google page opening, and I want to enter something called maybe Selenium tutorial, Cucumber tutorial, Java tutorial, and pressing the enter button so that it will be all the relevant results will be displayed. Just like the simple scenario, I want to convert it features so that everybody can understand. So features will be high level objective of the features file. So what I can do, I can make something that search in Google homepage, like that. Then tag I can remove it for now. And scenario what I can give, say search BDD Cucumber tutorial. Okay, so simple thing, and you could see the color is getting changed. It is all a keyword coming from Cucumber, so that is the reason this color is different. And then I can use given. What I can give, like given Google page open, right? And that is fine. Only precondition Google page open, where definitely you will be having the browser open, you will be having the Google page loaded. Then when is nothing but your step you are performing, or maybe I can add some and as well, and Google page open, and I can give some other precondition that search text box is present and editable. So that is my precondition. In case Google page not open and search text box is not available and editable, we cannot do anything. In case disabled, right? So that is my precondition. Then when what I will be doing, when user search a search with keyword BDD Cucumber tutorial, okay, and after that you are entering BDD Cucumber and hit enter button. So this is your step you are actually performing, right? And this part I can remove it, that is not required. If you have n number of steps you can give it. So then what will happen, then all relevant courses related to BDD Cucumber tutorial should be displayed. You could see that is a simple scenario I have written, so anyone can understand, right? No programming language knowledge required. Non-technical person also can understand what is this all about, right? They can understand what is the scenario features, what is the scenario, what are the steps we are doing. So where they can contribute, right? These are the scenario, everybody can contribute and figure it out. So that is the way it will help, right, to finalize your scenario by all the stakeholders, starting with BA, QA, product owner, scrum master, developer, etc. Now what you can do, you can try to run it. You can run as Cucumber feature, or you can click on run configuration. First you need to go the configuration. Okay, here you can go with Cucumber features. Okay, you could see what is the features. Okay, you can create any new features, you can select anything, right? Or you can just try to see that thing. This is the Google features, but you need to change the path here. Okay, so what is your project name? BDD Cucumber tutorial. You need to change that project, right? And you need to change the path of the features file as well. Okay, where it is kept, it is kept here. Okay, so what I will be doing, I will be changing the path here. I will be going to that location. Okay, I will be selecting the BDD Cucumber tutorial, src, test, java, features file, and google.features. So this is the thing I am selecting here, right? And then I can click on run. So without any steps I am running it. So what will happen? It will fail everything. You could see it is failing. What is failing? All the thing will be failing, right? Because this thing is not there, it is failing, and you could able to see your steps, right? You could see one scenario got executed, 5 steps, 4 are skipped, 1 undefined, all are failed, and you could able to see your result here. What are the snippet? Now you can go to your steps, you can create a class, say Google step definition. No need to select public static void main, click on that simply and copy all this part simply. So that is the thing, it will be giving you all the thing here. Copy it and here paste it, simple thing, and remove this line of code. First associate all the features to relevant steps. After the later we can have all the code into the relevant steps. Now you could see error message. So what you need to do, you need to click and it import given from Cucumber package. Then when Cucumber, it is coming from the Cucumber, then also coming from the Cucumber. So now my steps, all steps, whatever written associated here, save it. You could see error message gone. Now let's try to run it again. Run as, run configuration, again same way. Let's try to run it and see what's happening there now. Okay, you could see other thing is coming, that is fine, but here now could able to see here, right, all your step is associated. Okay, this is scenario. It is coming from src test java features file and line number 23. Now given Google home page, given Google page open, so what is the thing is mapping? It is mapping with steps, right? In the steps you could see, and then Google step definition is the class name, and what is the method name? Google page open, this is the method name. So everything is getting mapped here now. Okay, and you could see now your one scenario executed, all 5 steps got passed, and what is the time? Like 2 millisecond. Sorry, 2 second 32 millisecond. 0 minute 2 second 32 millisecond. So that is the thing you can run, but definitely that is not the way to run it. So what we can do, we need to run it using the runner class, so that any kind of features we can try to run it multiple times from the multiple features from the multiple step definition class. So the runner class is important for us. So what I'll do, I'll be creating a class here. So I can give the class as test runner name. No need to select public static void main here, and here in the test runner we need to add couple of stub code. So this is the thing, features file you already seen. Now step definition. Now that the features are written in the features file, the code for related scenario has to be run. To know which batch of the code need to be run for a given scenario, step definition come into the picture. A step definition file stores the mapping data between each step of a scenario defined in the features file and the code to be executed. Step definition can use both Java and Selenium command for the Java functions written to map a features file to the code. So what is the thing we have showed now? And the test runner file, to run the test, user need a test runner file, which is nothing but JUnit test runner class containing the step definition location and other primary metadata required to run those tests. The test runner file uses the @run with annotation from JUnit for executing test. It also uses the Cucumber option annotation to define the location of the features file, step definition, reporting integration, etc. So what we will be doing, we will be using run with and using Cucumber options as well. So here I will be using run with. We will be coming from the JUnit runner class. Here we need to give cucumber.class. Okay, that is the syntax we need to use. Then we will be using Cucumber option, which will be coming from again cucumber.junit. Here we need to give first bracket, okay. Here you can use that one, Cucumber options, and here you can give features. Map, you need to map, right, features and steps. So it is called features, where equal to, you can give bracket, within the double quote you can give the path where feature is kept, src test java and features. So what I can give, I'll be giving src slash test slash java slash, what is the package name, feature. That is the thing we need to give, src test java features. Then you can give comma, and then you need to associate your steps, right? So it is called glue. glue equal to bracket, again first bracket, and what is the name of the glue? Steps. So within the double quotes, steps, you need to give it. Again, need to give comma. So if you want to generate some beautiful report, you need to give something called plugin. I'll be discussing it. Equal to first bracket, again it will be pretty, P-R-E-T-T-Y, within the double quote, P-R-E-T-T-Y, and another thing I need to use is called monochrome equal to 2. That's all. Okay, so that is the stuff you need to do. Cucumber, run with cucumber.class, cucumber options, where I need to give the features. That is all the thing coming from the match. And here you need to give the path within double quote, which is nothing but src test java and the features. And glue is nothing but the steps definition step, where I am keeping all the steps. So master folder, so that I can have n number of files here, right? N number of features, n number of steps, all this stuff. Plugin equal to pretty, monochrome equal to 2. Now let's save it. Now let's try to run as using JUnit test, because already JUnit already added. Now you could see the beautiful report, no other error message is coming. Okay, scenario given, when, then, all this stuff is matching. I did not have anything here as output, that is the reason it is not coming. But if you want to give some output, like step part we will be adding now later, say Google homepage open, like that, right? Okay, that's added one stuff, and then now try to add it from the runner class. So you could see the output as well. Okay, you could see here. Okay, you could see Google homepage open. This is the output coming, not associated with any steps, right? And now there's option, because we are running it from the JUnit, so there's option coming JUnit here. And now you could see run one up out of one, all are passed, right? No fail. If you expand it, you could see runner class, test runner, whatever you have given, right? It is coming from runners package. Test runner is the class name, and if you expand it, what is coming? Search in Google homepage. So what is that? Search in Google homepage is the feature. Within that particular feature, this is the scenario. So that is the way you can able to see what is the scenario, what is the features executed, all this stuff is coming, and there is no failure as of now. So that is the way you will be writing your feature, will be adding the steps slowly, and you will be developing your framework completely using BDD, Cucumber and JUnit. I will take a pause, guys. Any questions? So nowadays, definitely QR data driven hybrid framework will be used, but still lot of project using BDD Cucumber framework. So all the thing whatever you learn, you will be using same way, right? Selenium, Java part will be using same way, but this is the approach is different, so that everybody can contribute, right? And definitely, I think compared to the other framework, it will be little bit simpler, right? And all the stakeholder can contribute all this stuff. Okay. Any questions, anyone? So we'll be developing the framework completely from the scratch all the way. So now we already implemented the features, steps, and the runner class. Now what I will do, in the same way, I will be trying to add one more features here, one more scenario in the same features. So let's copy the scenario. Let's try to give it scenario. Here instead of BDD Cucumber, I want to search something called Selenium Java tutorial. So you could see the similarly, in case same feature, mostly some of the step might be common. So this is the two step might be common. There is nothing to change. Here I will be changing that part only, right? Other step might be common. So what you could see, so here out of 5 steps, only 3 steps is still common, right? No changes is required, and other 2 steps is uncommon. So what I will do now, I already implement the test runner class. So what I will do, I will try to run it from the test runner class. So what will happen? Whatever steps undefined, this will be fail, right? So out of 5 scenario, 5 steps, so 2 will be fail because there is no step associated. Okay, so you could see, you could go to the JUnit, you could see this is the failure, right? Now copy the stress and open with some notepad, and you could able to see the what are the steps got failed. You could see why this 2 step got failed, because these 2 step there is no associated step was available in the step definition. This step was already there, this step is already there, nothing new. So that is the way reusability also coming. So whatever step already written there, you no need to change it. You will be only running one time and you will be using n number of times. Whatever new steps will be added, those only you need to add it. So what I will do, this is the 2 steps I will try to copy it. And this is giving you suggestions, right? You no need to worry about that. You can go here and you can add anywhere. It does not matter in the starting phase or the like ending one. You no need to worry about that. Now save it. Let's save the code. Now try to run again from the test run class. Whatever. Now you could see nothing failed. It will go to the JUnit. You could see both are passed. So that's simple thing. So whatever uncommon step, I will be simply implementing them. Whatever already available, that is reusable. I can use n number of times. No need to change anything. So that is the way, right? I can write n number of features, n number of step definition, but we can run it from the single runner class, where all setup is done. You don't need to change anything. Nothing. Now let's come here, the features file. So these are the common step, right? So in case I'll be adding in another couple of steps where this is the common step, so I no need to copy it again and again and again. So what I can do, there's an option called Cucumber called background. Right, in the TestNG you already seen something called right before class, after all this other stuff. Here you can use some background. So most of the time user will find that several scenario in the same feature start with common context, only the precondition part, only the starting part, other part whatever uncommon, like whenever some statement that you cannot contain or cannot keep it, only the starting part you can keep it in the background section. So Cucumber provides a mechanism for this by providing a background keyword where user can specify step that should be run before each scenario in the feature. A background is much like a scenario containing a number of steps, but it runs before each and every scenario where for a features file it is defined. For example, to purchase a product on any e-commerce website, user need to do the following step: navigate to the login page, submit username, password. So that will like open the page, load that particular URL, enter the user ID, password, and click on the login button. That is the common. Whenever you want to do some any operation on any e-commerce site, so you can, that part you can keep in background only one time. Any change you can only change in the one time activity. So after this step, user only able to add the product to the cart, check out, and able to perform the payment. Hence login part might be common across all the scenarios. So instead of writing them again and again for all state, user can move it to the under the background section. So what I'll do, I'll create something called background here. Okay. So something called background after the features. After the feature, I'll be adding something called background. Give colon. You could see context is getting changed, color is getting changed, means that is good. So I can cut it. And other thing, whatever I have written, the same thing I can remove it. That's the beauty. Remove. No need to have. So that is the thing, common thing, right? I don't need to write, but still this step will be executed because I have written in the background. Now see, let's save the code and let's run it again. So there will be no change in the result, but it is a reducing the code use, right? Redundancy. You could see nothing got changed, right? All are passed. Now if you go to the console, you could able to see here all the step is getting executed, right? Given Google homepage, open search, this is coming also, right? First test case, second test case also, it is also coming. This is also coming from the background part. So that is the beauty. Let's add third test case. So background already added, no need to do it anything anymore. So here you, instead of that Selenium Java tutorial, I can say Selenium Python tutorial. So this is the only two different steps, definitely will fail. So I need to implement those steps again. Okay, so if you go to the JUnit, you could see the step got failed. You can again copy the trace and simply come here and add these two steps, whatever is uncommon steps. Go here, step definition, and add it anywhere. Does not matter the sequence, you need to add it. Now just remove that part and save it. Now again run it. Now you could see here the 3 test case got passed, run 3 of 3 or 0 error, and you could expand, you could able to see, right? One is BDD Cucumber tutorial, Selenium Java, Selenium Python tutorial. Now if you go to the consoles, you could able to see the relevant steps, right? What is the BDD Cucumber tutorial? All these things coming. Background is also coming. These two steps common in the background, right? Second scenario, these are the steps still executed, which is background. Third scenario, which is just added right now, still it is coming. So that is the way background will also help us, right? So write the code only one time instead of multiple times, and we can use them. So any changes, I will just update it only here, and I will update the relevant step definition. That is the beauty of the background. Only for the precondition step, wherever is common, I can keep in the background. After that I can, and background should be before the scenario, after the feature. So that's the thing you need to remember. Then say we already writing step scenario by scenario, but in case I want to write like n number of test case where only that step is almost common, but I want to just change the data. How I can do that? So just like data driven testing, you already seen using TestNG, okay, in the Selenium. So here we'll be using scenario outline and example in Cucumber. So scenario includes all the possible circumstances of the features and test script for these circumstances. The keyword scenario represents a scenario in jargon language, single scenario. One features can have multiple scenario, and each scenario consists of one or more steps. So Cucumber scenario outline in jargon based on jargon reference. The scenario outline keyword can be used to repeat the same step with different value of argument being passed to the step definition. This is helpful if user want to test multiple argument in the same scenario. When to use scenario outline, user want their scenario outline to describe behavior or example that are important to the business, not detail every boundary or test case. Adding too many rows simply create more work and obscure where the value is to the business. So all scenario outline are followed by example part that contains the set of data that has to be passed during the execution of test. Pipe symbol is used to specify one or more parameter value in the picture file. In a single execution, scenario is executed only once, whereas scenario outline for similar data trace can be executed multiple times depending upon the data provided as the example. So what we will do, I will create another feature called say Facebook. Dot extension would be always same, otherwise it will not consider as a features file. Okay, now again here you can do what you can do, right click here, close it, not be a problem. Right click here, open with editor. Okay, you could see all this stuff is coming. So what I can do, I can remove this part, I can keep this part here. I will be using scenario outline only. So this thing I can keep it, right? So features, what I can do like Facebook login page validation. Okay, this is my scenario. Scenario outline, what I can do, to check the login functionality of Facebook page for different user, like simple thing. Okay. So what I can do, I can given part I can do what I can do here, like given user navigates to the Facebook homepage, right? And then user enter user enter username as, this is the value I can change with like uname, and password as, again I can give something called password, and click on the login button. You can divide also this step multiple using, and then what you can do, login to Facebook page, that is the status, login to Facebook stage, successful or unsuccessful, login to the Facebook page will be successful or unsuccessful, like that. So what is the thing I need to vary it here now? Example second already given, we need to use example. So this is by right header, username, password, okay, and status. So here you can give username 1 anything, right? Username 1 6 like 7 and this stuff, any alphanumeric combination, otherwise it will be throwing the error. And password equal to say password 1 and unsuccessful, right? After that you can copy it for again another run, right? So maybe just forgive it 5 and password 2, like that. So that is the way you could see same thing will be executed multiple times with different data combination. Okay, so that is the way I can do it. Now let's try to run it. So only one pictures, only one scenario, but we are using scenario outline instead of scenario, and given when then, but in the here we are passing the data provider, and in the example section first row is header and second row onward it is data. So it is two data combination we are running, right? Let's try to run it. So let's try to run it within the test runner class. So both the thing will be running, right? Both the features it will be tried to execute it. Now it will be fail, other feature will be fail. You could see all the fields features for the one got failed. So what I need to do, I need to go here and copy the trace for one features file. Okay, I will copy it. So let's correct one features file only for now. What you can do in the steps, I can give something called new class, or you can same class you can also have it, but better to create new class, Facebook step definition. No need to select public static void, so simply copy it. So whatever is uncommon, those step only we need to add it. Whatever is common, you no need to add it. In case you are adding duplicate, it will also throw the error, right? So let's given import that given, import that when, import then from the Cucumber. Now one scenario got passed definitely because I have added it. So let's try to run it, and let's see other scenario also one test case will be passed because already common scenario implemented, right? Now you could see, go to the JUnit, you could see only one scenario got failed, right? You can again copy it, paste it, you could see only one thing is got paste, right? Got other root step is common, so it is got passed automatically. Now again go to the definition, just add it, simple thing. Okay, now done. Now let's add it, let's run it. Now you could see, go to the JUnit, you could see 5 by 5. Why 5 by 5? Because in the first Facebook it is coming on the alphabetical order, 2 scenarios coming. Here you could see users 1, user 2, because 2 iteration, right? And here it is 3 scenario, total 5 scenarios coming. What is the total time taken? All this stuff is coming. This is the runner class package dot class name. This is the your scenario, sorry, features. This is the scenario, and this is again feature. This is the scenario. So all the way it is coming and working properly. So you can have n number of features, n number of in the features file, and after that you can associate all the steps one by one. That's the first thing, to map it. Later we will add the code, whatever way you want to add it from the Selenium. Then we can add the tags. So as of now we are already having executing, right, all the thing, because we did not try to differentiate with the tag, anything called tag. So just like in the Cucumber, in the Selenium TestNG, right, we already seen some concept called group, right? So that in case I do not want to run all my test cases or scenario again and again, so that I can give some tag, so that I can filter out my execution with the relevant tag name only. So that is the thing, I can do it. So that is the thing, right? You can also have it called tags. So it might look very simple when user just have 1, 2 or maybe 5 scenario in a features file. However, in real life, it does not happen. For each features under test, user may have 10, 20 or maybe a greater number of scenario in a single features file. They may represent different purpose like smoke, integration, end-to-end integration test, different perspective like developer, BA, QA, different status, ready for execution, work in progress, etc. Cucumber has already provided a way to organize user scenario execution using tags in features file. User can define each scenario with a useful tag. Later in the runner file, they can decide which specific tags user want Cucumber to execute. Tags should start with @sign. After that, you can give the relevant text to define the tag. Suppose there are 2 or more scenarios in the features file. User want to execute only one scenario as part of the smoke test. So first thing is to identify the test scenario, and second is to tag it with @smoke test at the beginning of the scenario. There is no limit of defining tag within a features file. Based on user need, they can derive tags to be used and scenario to be executed. Tag also can be defined at a features level. Once user define a tag at the features level, it ensures that all the scenario within that features file inherit that tag. Depending on the nature of the scenario, user can use more than one tag for the single features. Whenever Cucumber finds an appropriate call, a specific scenario to be executed. What we need to add? Like there is a plugin, right? In the plugin, after the pretty, you can use some tag. So let's see first, add some tag at the features level. Okay, this is the features, Facebook. So I can add something tag called Facebook. This is the Facebook page. So I can add as a tag called page level. This is the Google page. I can add the tag at the features level. So features level will be common for all my @Google before the features, right? And scenario level, I can suppose add call @smoke, right? Okay, here you can convert it again, open it so that you can able to visualize it. Okay, you can tag also got KTL, right? This is the smoke tag. Say this is called end-to-end tag, right? Say this is called UAT tag. At the scenario, before the feature. I can have multiple tags as well, the scenario level, features level, and here you can give some scenario level tag called integration UAT, like that. Okay, now what you can do, you can go to the test runner class and the pretty, wherever we have added pretty, right, we can add it. Or we can add something called tags here. Tag, tags tags equal to, you can give something first bracket @smoke within the double quote, give the comma, that's all. Now see, so where I want to run only with the tag called smoke. So what will happen? It will only filter out the execution wherever smoke is. Total 5 scenarios exist there, but it's running only 2 scenarios. Why? Because 2 scenarios only having the smoke tag available, right? Google pictures only having one scenario and other scenario smoke tag. This is not at the smoke tag. Facebook one, there is no smoke tag available, integration and UAT tag. Now in case you want to run everything which is not having the smoke tag, so what you can do, you can use something called not, that sign you can do it. So without smoke tag everything should be executed. Now you could see the remaining 3 will be executed wherever there is no smoke tag. You could see Facebook login, both the things getting executed because there is no smoke tag available. So without the smoke tag it will getting executed. Similarly Google pictures, wherever smoke tag is not there, which scenario? This scenario, Selenium Python tutorial, it is executed. So that is the way it will help us. In case you want to add something that I want to filter out wherever smoke and end-to-end present, so what you can do, only that this thing will be executed. Instead of not, you can use some and sign, and @end-to-end. So here only one test case will be executed, because whenever both conditions will matching, only then will be executed. And you can give or as well, so either or. In case something is available, you could see now only one test case executed where both the tag is available. But if you give something or sign, so wherever either end-to-end or either smoke tag available, it will be executed. So these are the thing, simple thing, not, exact condition, or and or. This is the way I can execute and keep the tag, and I can work out. And I can give the tag at features level. So in case I want to run something from the features level tag, so I can simply use that Facebook. So all the features, all the scenario wherever this tag is available will be executed. It will come on the features level. So you could see all the Facebook scenario will be executed, because features is the priority one. So in case some tag is given to the features, so automatically all the scenario from the features will be automatically executed, because features is the top priority. Okay, so some problem look like, yeah, Facebook, right? This is the two thing is getting executed. You could see it does not matter, both the thing is getting executed. If you give it Google, whatever Google tag you have given at the features level, so it will be executed. All the Google 3 scenario will be executed. You could see. So that is the way tag will play a pivotal role to filter down the execution and only to run the important test cases. So always not required to run all the test cases. So whatever required, I can run them based on my requirement. So all the part is already described here. Sometimes requirement is complicated. It will not always simple like executing a single tag. It can be complicated like executing scenario that are tagged either as mock test or regression test. It can also be like executing a scenario that are tagged both. So you'll be using or. In case I want to give multiple conditions at the same time, so you can use and. Whenever all conditions meeting, it will be used. Or not sign also, so that relevant part will be executed. Then I will go for hooks. So in Selenium and TestNG you already seen called something, lot of annotation called before class, after class, before test, after test, before shoot, after shoot, so that it will be executed all the way, right? Every time, before every scenario, every test case. So here also there's an option called hook. Okay, hook will be executed every time as a precondition, the post condition. So multiple prerequisites are required to at the start of the test execution. For most of the times, right from the setting of the WebDriver, browser setting to cookies, navigating to specific URL, etc. Similarly, sub steps must be performed after executing the test scenario, like quitting driver, clearing browser cookies, generating report, etc. Such cases can be easily handled using one particular type of Cucumber annotations, namely Cucumber hooks. Cucumber hooks are block of code that run before and after each scenario. It can be defined anywhere in project or step definition layer using methods called @before and @after. Cucumber hooks annotation allows user to manage better code workflow and help in reducing code redundancy. Cucumber hooks are used in situations where precondition or prerequisite steps before testing any test scenario is performed. User might have worked across different testing annotations like before test, before shoot, before method, after test, after shoot, after method, after shoot. So unlike TestNG, Cucumber provides only two hooks, before and after. In Cucumber, only two hooks are available, before and after. There is no other hooks are available. So that is the difference between Cucumber and TestNG. So what I will do, so I can go here simply. Okay, this is the two thing. I can copy it, before and after hook. So let's create a class, another class called hooks in the step definition. No need to select public static void main. Simply add this part. This is not required. Okay, just import that before and after. This is the hook coming from Cucumber. Now see the differences. Now save the code and let's try to run it from the runner class. So what will be happening? Every steps before hook will be executed, starting and ending end, right after hook. So you could see the output, right? You could see starting the test before scenario run. Why? Because you have given the hooks output. Starting the test before scenario start. After that your Google home page open, all the scenario executed, and the end closing the test is coming. Similarly for the other scenario, you could see starting the test and closing the test. So every time it will be executed for every scenario. So you will be writing only one time, but it will be executing, impacting all your scenarios available in the project. So that is the way, right? When case some of the step, common step you want to write at the before step, like launching the browser, right? All this stuff, and in quitting the browser, you can add it in the after hook. So that is the common step you can do it. Then tagged hook. So we already implemented the tags and we already implemented the hook as of now. So here Cucumber only two hooks available, before and after. But sometimes, right, you are based on your every scenario, right? Say you want to run smoke shoot, like mock test. So your maybe environment might be different. You want to run integration test, your environment might be different. You want to run UAT test, your environment might be different. So tagged hooks are basically the problem solver when user need to perform different before and after actions for different scenario. To explain in a simpler way, think user have 5 different tags like sanity, regression, integration, UAT, right, all this stuff which need to be tested with different URL. This is where tagged hooks helps user to achieve that. Now we'll be creating hook file, define tagged hook in it, and this can be done using before and after hook. So what we'll do, we'll be copying this line simply. We'll be going to the hook. These two we can comment it out. Okay. So here we are already having the smoke test case. What are the other test cases? We are having UAT test cases. So we can have that UAT as well. So we are want to run the smoke. Okay, so that you could see here Facebook, not UAT, Google part. Let's give it. We have a MOOC and we have end-to-end. So I can give that call end-to-end here. Like that. Now you could see the differences. So here this will be only MOOC test case. MOOC test case. Here I can give some end-to-end and end-to-end. This keyword I can change it. Simple thing. Now I'll try to run it again using the runner class. So you could see the differences. So wherever smoke test case will be executed, smoke tag is there, you could see the change, getting change, right? The smoke tag, you could see this will be executed before any smoke test, before after any smoke test. Wherever smoke is there, all the tag is coming from the parent level. Here it is, all that thing is there. You could see 2 times it is executed, right? before any end to end as well, and 2 time executed. And wherever UAT is there, nothing executed because there is no tag to relevant, right? Only smoke and end to end, so nothing is executed. So that is the way your tag will also work. So whenever you want to call on the relevant method, wherever tag with the hook is present with the tag, so same way you can work like that way. So this is called tagged hook. Now the last of the hook is like, in case you want to have multiple before hook or multiple after hook, but here only Cucumber only add the before and after only available, only one, right? 2 hooks available. So how can you use that one? So you cannot copy the same thing again and again without difference in the tag. So you can do one thing, you can give some order. So that is the way you can have multiple before and multiple after. So in case user have already worked on TestNG, there might be familiar on the priority of the test and execution order. So similarly, Cucumber hook also can be executed as per order. Let's consider example with the hook file consisting of 2 @ or 2 after before after. So user will set the order of the hook as per our requirement by simply specifying the order as in hooks given. So before hooks will be executed from the ascending order, means from the lower to higher, whereas after hook will work as a descending order from higher to lower. Again I am telling, before hook priority, lower priority will be executed first, higher priority will be executed last. Whereas after hook, higher priority will be executed first and lower priority will be executed last. So let's copy this part and let's place it here and see. This is simply before and after hook with multiple priority, not the tagged hooked one. So hook is different, tagged hook is different, and multiple hooks with different priority is also different. Now let's save the code and let's try to run it again, runner. Let's see what's happening there. So before and after hook will be executed 2 times for every scenario. You could see scenario is getting executed, after that your hooks is getting start, first and second for the before, right? Because the first one is having the lower priority and second one is having the higher priority. So this one, before and before, right? So this is executed first, setup and setup to executed second for the before hook, and after hook whatever was highest priority is executed first, you could see, and whatever was lowest priority is executed last. So every test case is executed, every test case. So that is the way. In case you want to have multiple hooks different priority, you can also add it. So hooks are one, just before and after only 2 hooks available, but you can add them as and when required. You can map with tag, you can have n number of hooks, similar hooks with different priority as well. So I will take a pause, guys. There are so many stuff covered. Any questions, you can discuss it. Okay, then the last key important stuff we'll cover is called reporting part. So in TestNG we are having all so many report, right? We can have in Cucumber also will be having so many reports. We can also inbuild that extend report as well. So what we will do, so any of the project, right, whether it's a functional testing, automation testing, right, UI automation, API, mobile, or if so reporting is required. Otherwise how people get to know what is you are doing, how many tests executed, how many scenario passed, fail, all this stuff. So during test execution, either manual or automation, it is always required to understand the output of execution. The execution output should display in specific format, which immediately depicts the overall result of the execution. Hence, our framework also should have the same capability to create output or generate test execution report. It is essential to know how better user can generate our Cucumber test report. As Cucumber is a BDD framework, it does not have a fancy reporting mechanism. In order to achieve this, Cucumber itself has provided a nice feature to generate report. Cucumber.io has developed a free cloud-based service for sharing report. Cucumber reporting service allows to configure Cucumber to publish result to the cloud, which can be accessed from browser throughout the organization. Cucumber uses reporter plugin to produce reports that contain information about which scenario have passed or failed. So pretty report you already seen, already implemented this pretty report, which is nothing. This is the first plugin is pretty. This provides more verbose output. In case you are not using pretty, like your output will not be more appropriate. Lot of other things might come in. So to implement this, just specify plugin equal to pretty in Cucumber option. Monochrome mode reporting. If the monochrome option is set to false or not doing, then the console output is not readable as it should be. In case monochrome is not defined in the Cucumber option, is take the default value as false. Then you can generate different HTML, JSON, XML, JUnit report in the Cucumber. To generate different reports, so this is the stuff you need to add it only. So let's see what is the way we can generate the report. Okay, so let's save the code. So here in the plugin, instead of first bracket, you need to give second bracket. In case you want to generate, add multiple report. Okay, then if you want to generate say HTML report, so you need to add this code after pretty, and you change it to double bracket instead of first bracket in the plugin, and give comma here after the pretty, and then give double quote and add this code. Already written, you don't need to do anything. It will give you the HTML report. Now let's run it. So where it will be displayed in the target folder. Let's refresh the project. Okay, and let's go to the target folder. Now you could see HTML report is getting created. This folder got created in the target folder. Type is HTML. The report name is report.html. If you expand it, you could see report.html. Now if you expand, open with web browser, you could see some beautiful report, right? And you could see here, this is background. All this stuff is coming. What are the background? What are the tags available? What are the scenario being executed specific to the filter criteria? You could able to see, but still it is not very good appropriate report. You could see execution summary, pass, 3 scenario got executed, what thing executed, right? Cucumber, JVM 7.2, Windows 10, all the CPU, all this stuff will be coming. In case you are having multiple tags, you can use some tag called smoke, and you can get it, right? In case some tag is available. Exactly. You can search it. Then other report, you can simply change it here. If you want to give JSON report, so you need to change it that only. Add it here. Simple thing, you don't need to do anything. Already written all the stuffs. Just simply add it and run it again. So again in the target folder, JSON report folder will be created. Let's refresh it again. You could see JSON folder got created. Now if we expand it, we can open with whatever option is available, right? System editor or the text thing, whatever way, or notepad, any other stuff. So let's try to open it some normal thing. Open with plain text editor. So this is the, it will look like. Okay, JSON report. Then if I want to have other report called XML report, so I can simply add it like that, XML here. So you don't need to worry about that, just simply copy these lines. Report will be JUnit type and target folder XML report, and report type will be .xml. Let's run it again, and then you refresh the project or target folder, whatever. You could see XML report generated and report.xml. You can open with JUnit viewer, or you can open with other viewer, XML editor. You could see it's coming. So this is the couple of report I can available. Apart from that, like if you want to go with some JUnit report, this is the 2 line of code you need to add it here. One is this line, and you can give 1 comma, and this is the other line you can use. So nothing to worry, all are given here, just simply use it, it will work. Now let's run it again, JUnit. Let's refresh the target folder. You could see JUnit report is generated. Open with pin place test folder. You could see this is the JUnit report coming. So that is the default thing. You can implement it. You don't need to add any kind of dependency and plugin. But still those report does not looks good sometime, right, to share with the stakeholder. But we require more beautiful report to understand how many test case passed, scenario passed, step passed, right, features passed, all this stuff. Okay, so what we can do, we can implement the extend report. So in the previous thing report whatever generated, you learned, right, only the HTML, JSON, XML, JUnit format. However, this report might not be appropriate sometime to share with respective stakeholder, as demand is complete exhaustive report with proper graphs, pie chart and more granular details. So extend report is a powerful open source library used in testing automation framework for generating beautiful and user friendly HTML report. It allows user to customize the report template by using custom CSS, JSON or XML. It can integrate with almost all the major testing framework like JUnit, TestNG, etc. Extend report are primarily HTML based document that can carry detailed information about the test executed along with custom logs, screenshot and use pie chart to represent an overview of the test. Extend report cannot directly integrate with Cucumber framework. However, in case user want to generate extend report for their Cucumber features, user will need to use some adapter plugin. So you need to add some dependency. Additionally, these plugins will allow the extend report to recognize and capture scenario and features present in the framework. It is where the Grasshopper Cucumber adapter plugin come into the picture. This plugin is built on the top of the extend report and allows user to quickly generate extend report for the Cucumber framework. Moreover, this plugin helps in reducing the pain of implementing the reporting in user framework. So we need to add these two dependency from the Maven repository. Add Grasshopper extend report adapter plugin to the Maven project. So you can navigate to the Maven repository, type extend report in the search box and select latest extend report Cucumber 7 adapter and add this dependency. Another is required is called add extend report library to the project. Similar way, we just type extend PDF report in the search box and do that one. So this is the two thing already added, right? I will simply copy it. This is the two dependency. You can just search it from the Maven repository. So I will copy these two dependency. I will add it in my Maven pom.xml file. Under the dependencies section, let's save it. After that, what I need to do in the same folder, right, wherever all my features file, step definition class, right, and all my runner class available, I need to create a file called extend.properties. Extend will be always properties file. Extend.properties. So here I can create a file, new file called extend nt.properties. Extends will be always properties, and there we need to add two line of code. This is the two line of code I need to add it. So what I'll go there. This two line of code I need to add. Okay. So which folder I want to create? In the target folder, the report name will be automation report.html. So this is the report I want to create, and then I need to add this part in the plugin. Under the plugin part, this line of code I need to add. So what I'll go to the runner class. So this is the thing I need to add it here. Okay, now let's try to run it and let's see whether your report is generated or not. Okay, again same scenario got executed. Let's refresh the target folder. You could see automation report.html is coming. Now if you open with web browser, you could able to see, right, the beautiful report. This is the header, right? You could able to see what are the thing is getting executed, what are the step associated, right? This is the tag related part, how many tag is there for every step, and this is the summary view, right? How many scenario got executed, features got executed, right? All this stuff will be coming. But now the thing is, problem is that suppose in case now you are changing the, instead of Google you are changing to Facebook, so and you are running it, so what will happen, it will again generate the report, but it will replace the same file. That's the problem. So previous thing you are not able to view it, you refresh the project, so it will be having same report, but previous report got replaced. You could see now Facebook is coming, not the Google page is completely missing, two scenarios, right? Whatever. Okay, in case you want to run Google, so that will be problem, so it will be replaced every time. So instead of that, in case I want to keep all the reports so that I can verify those reports later point of time, I can have all my evidence ready. So what I can do, I can keep all my report ready. So what you need to add, right? I want to create the backup of all my report. So as of now, we have learned how to generate the extend report in Cucumber JUnit. In case multiple time execution, it will keep the overriding of the previous report once the new report create. It will override the previous report, and I will not able to visualize all my report whatever is required. So usually user need to maintain the backup of all the report generated from the previous test. End user need to save each report with different report name or folder name. With the extend reporter plugin adapter, it is pretty easy to create report in different folder name. User need to add two settings to the extended properties file, base folder.name and base folder.date time pattern. These value assigned to this will merge the create a new folder name. Consequently, a report will generate inside that. The value of the base folder.date time pattern should be in the valid date time property. This is the two line of code I will be adding it into the properties file. So what I will do, I will simply add these two more line. You don't need to do anything, just follow these part steps and you can able to generate it. So now what I will be doing, in the target folder there will be folder generated called extend report. It will be added by date, month, year, hour, minute, second. So automatically be unique every time. Now let's try to run it. Here I will be running it from Facebook. So what is happening, my Facebook thing is running. I'll refresh the page. You could see now extend report got generated, target folder. So it will always unique because it is month, date, year, hour, minute, second. Now you could able to see, open with web browser, right? This Facebook validation got executed, these two test cases. And if you come here, you could see with the different same tag, whatever coming is coming only, and you could able to see here like one features, two scenario executed, and this is the other stuff, right? 6 steps got passed. So that is the way I can generate it. Okay, now we'll see how to implement our steps. So this is the Facebook features we have implemented. This is our definition. So what I can do, I can try to implement some steps. So first what I will do, I will create a global variable public static web driver, right? So I need to import the web driver. Then in the Google homepage, sorry, Facebook page, what I need to open, the Facebook page need to open. So I'll be using driver dot new Chrome driver, whatever we have learned so far. Driver dot window, sorry, driver dot manage dot window dot maximize, driver dot get URL, and here I can pass the URL for Facebook. So this is the Facebook URL I can pass. Now this is the steps I have defined. So let's try to run and let's see whatever is happening now. So this step already defined. Okay. Now here if I want to define the steps, what I can do, driver dot find element by dot id. So this is the thing we already seen, email field, and here I need to use send keys dot send keys. What is the thing I need to add? This one I need to pass. This is the email ID, whatever I want to pass, right? Anything you can pass it. Then I can pass the password. So that is the way. Here pass. What is the thing password I want to pass? Password. Then I want to also click on that button. So what is the thing? So what is the way I have written, right? You could see here. Right click, inspect, and if you go to the login page, right, what is the thing is coming? Name equal to login, and click. So what I will do, I will be doing it name equal to login. Driver dot find element by dot name login dot click. So that is the way I'll define all the steps one by one. Now this is defined and it will be unsuccessful. So like it will be throwing some error. That error I can like define. So this is the thing already defined. Let's see what are the other stuff. This is the steps I already defined here. Yeah. So we know some text will be coming. So this is the unsuccessful. This is the stuff I am defining, right? So this is the error which will be coming whenever you are giving some username password like that. Let's see, give something like that. Okay, give and click on that button here. So you could see some error message is coming. That we can inspect it and you can storing it some string variable. Okay, and then we are matching it with the assertions which is coming from the JUnit and closing the driver. Similarly way I can copy the same line of code for the other test steps, and here simply I can just change it. The two scenarios there, so this one I can pass change it. So that is the simple thing how you can do it. And you can break it down also, all this step like login button, click, all this stuff, so that it will have the more step common in the real time. Let's save the code and let's try to run it from now with the Facebook. Now you will be able to see the navigation as well, right? It is opening the page. It is entering the email ID password field. It is closing the browser after validating the result. Again going to the second test case. It is also doing and validating and closing it. Now you could see JUnit report, 2 test cases got fast. Right? Now you could just also refresh the project. Again. And let's go to the target folder. You could see another thing got executed. 835. Open it. Open it and just open it. Open with web browser. Again you could able to see, right, what are the report generated all the way, and it is also giving the result. So that is the way Cucumber will help you to create the project from the scratch with all the reportings which can be shared with the respective stakeholder. So again I will be going through one more time so that you can understand. After that, in case you are having any questions, you can discuss it. Like BDD is the framework, primarily behavior driven development, where like everybody can contribute, all the stakeholder who is working on the project, like BA, dev, QA, scrum master, everyone. So here we'll be creating first the features. Okay, and features is nothing but the simple like features scenario, or you can use scenario outline, given, when, then. In case you are using scenario outline, it will be examples where you can do the data-driven testing. After your scenario is defined, right, your features is defined, your features file is created, you can run them, you can make them fail, you can have all the steps, so get to know. After that you can implement all the steps, and you can add your runner class, you can try to run them using the runner class. So first you need to download the Java relevant thing, you need to have your Eclipse, you can create a Maven project, you need to like add your Cucumber plugin installed to your to your Eclipse. You need to add the dependency like Cucumber Java, Cucumber Core, Cucumber JUnit, Cucumber Pico Container, Cucumber Jarkins, and JUnit and Selenium for dependency as well. After that you can create a map, create your features, 3 packages, features, steps, and runners. You can have your features with the given, when, and then, and add and but whatever required. So features is nothing but the high level thing. Scenario is specific scenario test cases, given is the precondition, when is nothing but the step to reproduce, and then is nothing but the outcome. After that usually fail, so you can have all your steps and you can associate it, and after that you can have a runner class, you can try to map with your glue and steps, and you can run it in background. In case you are having multiple features, like some precondition step is common, you can have add them as background, so that no need to write it again for all the features, it will be common across all the features. And in case you want to do some data driven testing, or you want to run single test case again and again with different variety of the data, you can use scenario outlines, where you can have data driven testings with the example and pipe differentiator. Tag is nothing, suppose say in case you don't want to execute all your scenario all the time, so you can have add your relevant tag based on the testing type or other perspectives, and you can filter out your execution from the different features file, and you can add accordingly. You can use at the rate and the tag name, you can use not, you can use and, or all this stuff for the tag. Hooks is nothing but similar to the TestNG, like different annotations, so it will be before and afters, it will be helping you to set up all the things for the precondition and the post condition. So you can use tagged hook, so that like specific to tag you can map the hook, and in case you are having multiple hooks, you can add the priority. So before hooks will be in the ascending order, from the lower to higher it will be executed, whereas after hooks will be in the descending order from the higher to lower. There are a lot of report you can generate, like starting with pretty report, monochrome, like HTML, JSON, XML, and JUnit report. But still better way represented in the extend report, where you can add 2 more dependency, right? You can create a extend .properties file, you can add some line of code, but still that report might be replaced every time if you want to execute it, so better to have some backup. So you can add 2 more lines, and you can create a folder, and you can have the backup, so that all the reports should be ready. And once your steps are ready, you can add the relevant steps, just like Selenium or whatever you have used, and you can run them. It will be able to see the execution as well with the relevant driver, and beautiful report also will be generated. So that way you will be able to create your framework from the scratch using BDD and Cucumber. So BDD is nothing but the framework, Cucumber is the inbuilt tools, and you'll be using here JUnit. So that is the way you'll be confident enough to start your journey in the BDD Cucumber. So that's all guys, thank you.